do not know how to organize yourselves on the ground where you are, then you call Professor Sidney Walter Thompson. Because it doesn't make any sense sitting there and allowing things to happen. You may be dissatisfied with the particular candidate you have there now. What are you prepared to do about it? And the Constitution, because I was asked this question just last night, what does the Constitution have to say about a general election? And what role is the citizen, the average citizen, or the one citizen in relation to that election? And what can he or she do, ought to be doing, in terms of making it better? Can that one vote make a difference? Yes, it can. It just takes one vote to either win or lose a seat, or to win and lose an election. And I think a lot of our people do not seem to understand that. We have had these tremendous freedoms and privileges for the last almost 52 years as an independent nation, and Bahamians, we haven't been using our constitutional rights, our constitutional freedoms, our constitutional privileges, which our mothers and fathers fought so hard to give us. We're not like Haiti. We're not like the Dominican Republic. We're not like the Gaza Strip. We're not like Ukraine. You want to be like Ukraine now? Them fellas, they know how to kill people, and they just keep killing. And of course, President of the United States, I don't know how he's going to deal with the President of Russia, but he's got a big fight on his hand. In fact, I just understood that the Prime Minister of Israel went to Washington, had a 3-hour meeting with President Bush, but nothing came out of that meeting. There was no press conference or anything like that, so they ain't come up with nothing. So when leaders meet like that and you see them behaving like that, that tells you a lot. Their silence says a lot to you, because if they had something to say, they would have told the world what they wanted to say, but nothing has been achieved. It doesn't mean that they're not continuing to talk. It means that they're continuing to talk. It's just that the President of the United States sees it one way and the Prime Minister of Israel sees it another way. And I believe the Israelis want to see things better in their country, and they want their Prime Minister to act on their behalf, just like we want our Prime Minister here to act on our behalf. But they always like to talk about what is in the best interest of the Bahamian people. But the problem with us is, in this country, the government of the Bahamas doesn't consult with the Bahamian people. Now, that is a big problem. You're saying you are interested in the welfare of Bahamians, what is best for you, so how are you going to know what is best for me? How are you going to know what is best for me when I'm not even involved? Mm-hmm. See, there's arrangements with China. Mm-hmm. I keep hearing people talk about things around the agreement, but the point is that the people of this country do not know what the arrangements are. We don't know the details of the agreement. You had the Minister of Health, the health and wellness. I don't know what this wellness is all about, because people getting sick all the time. I don't know what's going on there. But we had the Ministry of Health. Now it's the Ministry of Health and Wellness. So that's two different ministries. One for the Ministry of Health, one for the Ministry of Wellness. But the point is that we have a situation where an agreement has been signed. The man tells me signed, sealed, and delivered with the Chinese. And then another person say, well, you all need to change that agreement. And there are some Bahamians are clamoring for the government to go ahead and squash the agreement with the Chinese. Well, we don't know what it says. How are you going to talk about squashing something what you don't know nothing about? But it seems like the foreigner, the stranger, the alien, the outsider knows more about what is to affect us than what we know now. We only hearing the Prime Minister say this, the Minister of Health say that, the Chinese say this, the ambassador says that. So Bahamians, it puts us at a terrible disadvantage. And in actual fact, you cannot discuss the matter intelligently. Only you only go by what someone tell you about it. If I tell you I have $1 in my pocket, you only see the dollar. Say, show us this $1, what you say you got. No, I ain't showing you no $1. I can tell you I have it. Now, I could be telling you the truth, I could be lying to you, one or the other. And Bahamians, these are the kind of things we have to look at. We are headed for some very serious times. The general election is just around the corner. We have to do something to save our country because the country is in dire straits. Let us not pretend, Bahamians. We're in serious trouble. If you want to see this country saved, you got to pray to God and ask God to guide and direct the people of this country to choose wisely. I'm going to say a lot about choosing wisely today because Bahamians, God has a lot to say about government. But you ain't listening to God. You listen to them other fellas talk foolishness and nonsense. And they're going to mislead you, Bahamians. We have a constitution. We always had the Holy Bible, even when we were slaves. From 1729, we had the Holy Bible in this place. And probably even before then. But the point is, we have to get serious about our Constitution and about the Holy Scriptures so that we can build a better country. This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network. I hear the music in the background. The lines are open 326-0272-813027. We got to talk about this election in Barbados. Mayor Motley is the Prime Minister there. 30 seats. No, President, eh? She's supposed to be President. I said Prime Minister. Wow. So I got to get these terminologies right. The Madam Lady is President of Barbados. I hear somebody telling us we must become a republic. Now, that's a whole lot of different color. We could discuss that, too. This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network, 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Catch the Marvin Sapp Show every Sundays at 1 p.m. right here on 99.5 FM.
Do you have video games and consoles for sale? What about lawn and garden tools, silver or gold? At Cash Whiz, they'll give you top dollar for them right now. Absolutely nobody puts money in your pockets quicker. So why be broke? If you need money right now, check out Cash Whiz downtown Bay Street and get cash on the spot. You can also save 70% on in-store purchases, tools, electronics, watches, and jewelry, all at unbelievable prices. Cash Whiz, telephone 322-2456. Get money in your pockets now.
Stay current, stay compliant with NIB. For a limited time only, registered employers and self-employed persons can receive up to 75% off accumulated interest on their contribution arrears through NIB's Interest Arrears Waiver Program, available now until March 31st, 2026. If your business is behind, visit your nearest NIB office or contact your inspector today. NIB, supporting businesses, securing the fund. Act now, comply today, grow tomorrow.
Insurance is too expensive. I'm young and I don't need it. All insurances are the same. Let's bust these 3 common insurance myths. First, no, insurance doesn't have to break the bank. We offer plans that fit your budget. Second, accidents don't care how old you are. An accident can happen to anyone. Third, all policies are not equal. The wrong one can leave you high and dry when you need help the most. At Harvest Insurance, we give you real info, real options, and real peace of mind. Call us at 326-808-405 or visit us at harvestinsurancebrokers.com and get the facts before you make a decision.
Whether you're shopping for Mother's Day, Father's Day, back to school, or any occasion for that matter, you are sure to find exactly what you're looking for at the Brass and Leather Shops. Great products like handbags, wallets, backpacks, luggage, belts, shoes, and more are awaiting you. Brand names at the best quality and reasonable prices. Land, Rioni, Kipling, Guess, Travel Life, Herschel, and more. Shop any of our locations. Downtown Charlotte Street, Mall at Marathon, and also at the Luggage Store at Palmdale. Be sure to shop Brass and Leather Shops. You'll be glad you did.
The Perfume Bar has been sipping on designer fragrances, skincare, and cosmetics for over 40 years. We house a wide selection of designer brands such as Chanel, Dior, Gucci, Versace, and so much more. For your shopping convenience, visit any of our locations: Bay Street, Palmdale, Marathon Mall, and our newest location out west in the Old Fort Town Center. Come on in and spray a little happiness only at the Perfume Bar.
Wise Bahamian shoppers know when times are hard and things are tough, it's more sensible and convenient to shop at YCares Fashion Center. YCares has slashed prices on brand name clothing and shoes by up to 50%, including academics, Clarks, Polo, and hundreds of jeans and dicky pants, and as much as 70% on selected items. Choose from a large selection of beds, sheets, rugs, and towels, all at affordable prices. YCares in 3 locations to serve you: Bahama Avenue, Prince Charles, and East Street South near the Sir Charles Hotel. YCares, where you can afford to look good.
South Beach to Bay Street.
I'm pleased, I really dig your company.
It's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM Bahamians. Things happen so quickly. I just got some other interesting news about in Barbados. I understand the government is going to be, well, the government elect, let's put it that way, is going to be having a party tomorrow for the whole nation. And that is in celebration of the victory of that government, the government elect, for winning 30 seats. The people of the country gave them the 30 seats. And that's what they like, and that is what they have seen, evidence of something happening. Not like how it is here in this country. In this country, we hear a lot of talk, but not much action. And I think Bahamians, we need to speak it the way it is. We got to stop fooling ourselves. We got to stop lying to ourselves. We got to stop standing behind these political personalities who are not doing anything. Let me just say this before I bring my 2 guests in. The point is, Bahamians, you have some people in those 39 seats. That's what it is now. Supposed to be 41. 39 seats, every single one of those seats are occupied as I speak to you right now. You have to examine the evidence. I ain't talking about whether you like this one or that one. I'm not interested in that. That means nothing to me. What have you done for the people at the constituency level? Have any major constituency problems been solved over the last 5 years? And if so, what are they? What are those constituency problems that have been solved? And what are the clear-cut benefits that the Bahamian people are getting today? The fellow say he wants a second term. He has work to finish. He ain't got no work to finish. You got to stop talking foolishness and nonsense. You had 5 years to do what you were supposed to do. That's it. And even if you did all the things in 5 years, you still want you no more. You are not obligated payments. Let me just make this very clear, okay? Not obligate you to elect a particular party for a second term because they claim they ain't finished the work yet. What kind of crap is that? But they've been taking this kind of crap. But what we have seen over the last several elections, shifting from one party to the next, giving one party a massive landslide of seats, as it is now in our House of Assembly, 32 on one side and 7 on the other side. Come on, Damien. We've had 2 by-elections. And what did the people do? Went right back to that same party. What did that tell you? These are hardcore facts that are staring you right in your face. In spite of what is happening in this country, people still want to do the same. So they got 32 in there. And this party. So you have the opposition backing up. And so the thing is, Bahamians, you have to look at what is happening in your country. What benefits do you get? And the next question I have is this. What major national problems has the government of Bahamas solved on behalf of the Bahamian people? And these are the clear-cut benefits we are enjoying today. What benefits are you getting, Bahamians? Billions of dollars of things. I had a woman, director, I think the minister too. And she was talking so high up in the sky. Listen, average Bahamian get a single word with I listen to you. I said, this woman, she's so up in the cloud, people can't see her. Cannot understand the language. You people need to go and listen to the way how this woman is talking to me. Huh? All this glitz and glamour thing about tourism, but the people in Baintown don't feel it. The people in Fort Castle don't feel it. The people in St. Barnabas ain't feeling it. So what are you talking about? If the people in the country are not benefiting, maybe a couple of people benefiting, all these people coming who are coming by cruise, give me a break, man. Bunch of broke people coming on a cruise, spend all the money on the ship, then they come off the ship to just walk around. Give me a break, Bahamians. I see plenty of them coming in Fort Castle. Are they spending any real money? Yes, you got plenty bodies. So where's the money? Do you see the money trickling into the hands of the average citizen right there in Fort Castle? That's what we got to ask ourselves, Bahamians. So what the heck are they coming here for? Who is benefiting? Someone is benefiting from the many, well, they say a couple millions of tourists coming here, cruise visitors. The numbers are supposed to be so big. But the point is, are you getting it? Then the man building another part of his hotel offering 1,000 jobs. Give me a break, man. When are we going to get something better than jobs? That's all they can offer you as a job, as a waiter. I'm not saying it's any dislike to that, but Bahamians, we've been going through that crap for 50 plus more years. Never about a Bahamian becoming a co-owner or part owner. You always got to be mopping the floor, cleaning the toilets. Huh? Bahamians, we got to think, man. When I hear them talk about the jobs, I just turn right off. We need more than just jobs. Then you got someone who's running in this election who is not qualified to run because the particular personality got 3 different citizenships. But yet they got him on the ballot. No, not on the ballot yet, but nominated to run. And maybe going with that, Bahamians. There's some of you who think because a person has some personal wealth or has been successful in their private life, that's for them, Bahamians. That ain't for you and me. How could we be so? Anyhow, I won't use that word. But the point is, we have to think, Bahamians. The fellow trying to get the 2 parties, a member of none. Did you hear what I tell you? Because the man told me he was a member of none. Somebody hook him up and say, they give you a nomination. You know how vexed that is to them hard-working people in that particular party? Who have labored in the sun to build that party. And here was a stranger, foreign and alien and outside, don't know the heck what country he wants to, gets a nomination. The other party, some unfair things happening, Bahamians. You need to wake up and smell the coffee. You got to make some sound decisions and good judgment. Let me stop and take a talk. The Highland, welcome to Global Radio 9.5.
0.5.
Thank you. Thank you.
Same here.
Pleasure to be in the Preston classroom. Let's get right to the point. Why did the people of Barbados give Mia Mottley's party 30 seats in that meeting? But
I believe it's because Mia Motley is dealing with the tough subjects head on. She is providing solutions in terms of saying what she believes should happen. She and her team, they lay out a roadmap. For example, I'll give you an example, freedom of information.
well,
We have not executed freedom of information as a nation in the Bahamas. And we seem to do a lot of business where the details are not known. Like our Lukaya, it's regular. It's our regular
Regular trend.
trend
Yes.
in the Bahamas. The international investor world stays away from jurisdictions that operate like ours.
Yes.
As smart as Bahamians are, we think it's normal to have two properties. Major, what do you call mega, anchor projects.
Anchor projects.
You know what I mean? We think it's normal in the greatest country on the earth to have
Right.
two properties. And in the case of Grand Bahama, one.
Right.
That we going back and forth over for 15 years. We think that's normal. Then there's money everywhere, all around the world. Investors are looking for somewhere to invest, but they are looking for jurisdictions that are getting their business right, that are dealing with the ease of doing business, that are tackling crime, dealing with open books, all right, and following through on your promises. You think this election in Barbados would have gone this way if they did not follow through with what they said that they were going to do?
Yeah, I would think.
All right, Professor, for any, even if there's one listener out there saying, why are we talking about Barbados and we in the Bahamas? Because if we were man enough in the Bahamas to speak up to these tough subjects, like Leah Motley,
Yeah.
we would have a stronger country and we would have stronger support for our parties. Our parties are becoming weaker, not stronger.
But they are telling the people about their base.
Their base is
Their
voting
base
less.
is-
It's dwindling.
Their bases have been eroding from that
The
time.
base is dwindling. Fewer people are voting in the Bahamas every year, every election year.
I asked my producer if he could pull that tape on the Prime Minister when he was at Gambia House, their headquarters.
Well, I think it's fitting. Mr. Brown here, has dedicated his life as one
Yes, he has.
who,
I can bring
used-
Brother Brown in.
yeah, who has been a part of the gang and street and crime culture.
But he
But-
could tell us about that.
Well, many years ago, he turned over about 3 leaf.
Yes, sir. Yes,
He ain't just turned over a new leaf.
Yes.
sir.
This man say, you know what? I go in the opposite direction.
Yes, he did.
I can fight. I'm gonna consult. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Families, communities,
community.
government,
Yes.
and so what is so fitting? Barbados as well as Trinidad, they are declaring that they have become overridden with crime.
Okay, I know they said that about
So-
Trinidad and Tobago.
So,
yeah.
so I'm saying here on the national airwaves, you better start listening to persons like Mr. Brown
Yeah, you should listen
in
to
terms of where he's come from,
Yes.
where he's at now, and his analysis of what is going on. I myself, I volunteer. I can't say, well, I walked through the trenches and
Well,
but
the reason why the person like Brother Brown when it comes
Yeah.
to crime.
yeah, we
Brother
don't want to
Brown-
get where these nations are.
No, we don't.
That's the whole idea. Yes.
Yeah,
We don't
want
want to
there.
get into that.
No.
Brother Brown, let me let you come in right now at this
Yeah.
point. Then. Go ahead.
And you talk about the president, Ms.
Mhm.
Motley.
Mhm.
You asked
Yeah.
why the people supporting her. She won 30 seats.
30 seats.
No opposition.
No
it's,
opposition.
it's simple. She's tackling issues, Mr. Haller
Yeah.
talked about that. The main issues. She's tackling crime. She's tackling immigration. She has given out freedom of information. Okay.
Wow, that's good.
Not only that, she has made connect, but from the top to the bottom around the world with transparency.
Mhm.
Yeah, the country is not smart. She's basically the greatest Western Hemisphere leader today. No doubt, hands down. But the most important thing, she's a female.
Right.
And if a nation supports a female, it shows you the growth of that nation.
Of
Even
that
though that's a
nation.
small nation, the
Yeah.
Bahamas has not even reached close to
No,
what
we
they have
don't put
accomplished.
that.
Yeah,
No, we
yeah.
You
don't.
understand?
Yeah.
No.
They have grown way better than we have because I feel that if a lot of women was in charge of this country in key position, I mean, they do have a lot of women are charged in a lot of positions in the country.
Yeah.
But being the prime minister of a country, man, I believe you to get a lot of corruption because they're not connected. And I think that they would make the right decision because she takes counsel.
Yeah.
See, it ain't just her, you know.
I agree with you.
There's no opposition to her. It's because the people around her are not gonna backstab her.
Yeah.
Oh, you
That's where
understand?
you go.
Because she's
very
making
good.
everyone eat.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
You ain't gonna go against me, even if I know you was a person against my opposition, but I'm not cutting you off from letting you make your money.
Right. Yeah.
So even though I'm not cutting you off from making your money, you're gonna side with me. Listen, you're gonna side with me and say, you know what? Regardless, you wait to get up and be a commercial goal. I don't continue to wait. And that's how you get people who are on the opposite side on your side.
No, I'm not going to disagree with that.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's powerful.
Because right now we see where we've had this massive landslide of seats from one party to the next. It has never worked.
Yes.
From 1992 right on to now. And Bahamians need to wake up to the weakness of our system.
Yes.
You give one party, hold on, caller, don't go nowhere, stay right there. We give one party all these seats, 32 seats, man. And then 2 by-elections. And they still going back and give them 2. What's wrong with us? We can't wake up, hey. What is it that the government of the Bahamas has done to solve major national problems in this country over the last 5 years? Name the problems, Bahamians. Tell us what the benefits are that we're enjoying today. Because I don't know of any.
You confuse nation. That's all it is.
Professor, in a place like Barbados, because we're doing a comparative analysis, we got to keep in mind that there's a caller there.
Yeah. The caller, we'll be coming to you, caller. Don't go nowhere.
Professor, right now, you know what it is to be so strong in your nation.
Yeah.
You get all of the seats. The people give you 30 seats.
30 seats.
0 to the next man.
Right.
You have to appoint your own opposition.
That's right.
And you are responsible enough not to choose a yes man or yes woman.
Yes.
That's plenty woman.
That's plenty woman.
You can choose the one who got the horns, who could come buck you.
That's why I say.
And who can be good opposition.
Remember I said earlier?
You see that? You see how serious that is? Yeah, everybody eating.
And we can make the nation great.
But over here, we don't want no opposition.
Right.
We don't want no competition. And we want to silence you.
Right.
If you have anything to say
yes,
that we don't like.
And look how
That's small-mindedness.
And look how much people switching party from the PLP, the FNF,
Back and forth.
the PLP. So what is saying for character? How we could trust? Who we could trust when this character is jumping ship?
The Prime Minister, sorry to say this is one of our brothers who just come on the scene, Mr. Brown. I just want to say this, or we could go to the caller. The Prime Minister said the young man came from overseas and asked to join his party.
Yeah.
And he said, well, we don't think
Nobody asked about domination.
So he gone to the next party and said, well, let me join y'all.
But he gone to that one first. I'm talking about he's a freaking Bahamian.
What is his value?
Give me a break, man. You don't know the heck who he is.
Mr. Thompson, take it easy now.
No, but the fella got 3 different citizenships, man. Give me a break.
Like any party
will do. Where the heck is he going?
Any party will do.
But he ain't no member of any of them.
Let me leave that right there.
So but we can't leave it right there. That's the way it is. So we have to let the people know
your values.
So where's the nation building?
This particular person ain't got no friggin' character. That's the problem with that person.
The views of the host.
Mr. Thompson, you was late today. You was late today. Excuse me, caller. You was late today. So me and Mr. Hyler.
Yeah.
And the producer was concerned about you. Right? So we thought something happened to you. But you didn't take it easy to look like something gonna happen to you.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. I appreciate that. We have a caller on the line. Call you live on here. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Bahamas. Good afternoon, Professor, and good afternoon to your guests, and good afternoon, Bahamas.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good day.
Professor, well, you always make me laugh so much. I try to make my questions clear. Professor, let me say this. You all make me kill myself laughing. I slip my question. But Professor, listen. The Fed Constitution 39 and 39 and Article 47 and 48. Now you got to line these people up against that. First guy, what I call for, y'all killing me. First I call for this. You know why she really wins so much?
Yes.
Everybody, and see if you can get the producer to find it. In the COVID time, everybody was falling in the UN. And man, she get up in that UN and she tell them people off. I thought I was looking for where she from. You need to get your producer, see if you can find that.
Okay.
See, everybody, no one talking about it. Every time you say you can't say it. Say the joke, they cut you. And you down. But man, she get up and that UN and she tell them people I was pulling for her and then. Check that out, my brothers and sisters. Y'all have a blessed day.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for the comment. And that's a good thing. We're gonna have to get serious about running our country. We cannot allow particular political personalities who don't know what they're doing to keep leading us straight into hell. Okay? We have to stop that foolishness.
Yes, sir.
Because it's not benefit. You know how many people have lived and died over the last 53 years? Who hoped for a better country and didn't see it?
And these people who passed away were people of both of these political parties
Of
who give
course.
their all. Some was never recognized, and some don't still don't have
Still
hosts.
not hosts.
That some of them still don't have hosts today. Some
they
still
don't.
don't have small businesses. I thought this thing was about lifting up everyone in the country who support these particular parties. But
Right.
like I say, it's to look like the minority is.
Yeah, it just goes to the minority.
Listen.
And then the woman says she's giving everybody $5,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why not? If you get investors coming in the
The money
country
is
and invest
there.
in,
Right.
right? And
Right.
it's freedom of information, right?
Right.
Yes.
So people don't mind or getting a cut. See, at the end of the day, they decided to go, let's be honest. In politics, you always can get your cut. It's who's the greediest. You don't have to be so greedy.
I
You
got
know?
too much greed now. Too much greed.
Okay. That's what it is. That's how it goes, Mr. Thompson, in politics. Hey, listen, across the board, don't let no one fool you. In politics, when you make business deals,
Right.
someone is going to blast you. They just speed it up or something. That's just a part of it. But if someone give you $50 million, let me ask you as a politician right now, $50 million to give to you to do investment in your country, would you take the whole $50 million? How much would you take? What, Mr. Thompson, that's me. I can come to you, Mr. Thompson. Even though you're an honest man, as honest as you is, Mr. Thompson, you still get up with something because Lord God bless you because you're honest.
If the Lord bless me with something, fine.
Right.
But I ain't gonna take the people's money.
So
I'll wait for it.
That's right. And some people will give you incentive because when you
But they
do a
would.
deal, when you do a
They
deal,
would.
they give you
They'll give you
incentive
incentive,
because
yeah.
you do the deal for them.
No, but that's fine.
That's right. And some people give you a lot of money in this country.
Yeah. Right.
And I say, if someone was to give me $50 million, let's say that someone's give me $50 million, right? And I say to myself, no way, no, this lifetime I'm going to be able to spend that. Look here, I think anywhere between 3 to 5. I'd sneak for myself, but that 3 to 5 still is going to be investment in my community. Now, don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
But that 95, and that the 45, that is going to projects in the country that build homes. The disabled people on the side of the road, they're going to be straight. The hospital and whatever got to go, that's where it's going to go.
Well, Brown, you could say that because you're doing it.
Yes, sir.
He's doing
Yes,
it.
sir.
You're doing it.
Certainly
Yes,
he's
sir.
doing it.
Somebody said they have the money and they ain't doing nothing.
Yes, sir.
They say vote for me,
Yes, sir.
and then I'll do something for you.
Yes.
Yeah, but that doesn't make no sense.
Yes.
They're gonna continue on that. We can go now because my producer's telling me I need to shut up. This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express yourself live. We'll return right after this.
Comfort Suites Paradise Island sale is here, starting at $125 per night, plus taxes and fees for single or double occupancy. Limited inventory is available and blackout date supply. Advanced booking is required. And Comfort Suites is offering free food and beverage credit up to $50 based on length of and redeemable at Crusoe's Bar. That and gratuity is not included. All guests of Comfort Suites receives complimentary use of Atlantis, including Aquaventure Water Park, daily complimentary full American buffet breakfast, free Wi-Fi and free parking. Of course, kids 11 and under stay free in room with a parent and eats free at Crusoe's Restaurant with each paying adult. Go ahead, call 605-6300-363-3680 or WhatsApp 55-SUITE. That's 557-8483. Offer valid through February 28th. Comfort Suites Paradise Island, offering comforting days and sweet nights.
Cupid, let your arrow go straight to your loved one's heart with a Valentine's Day treat from Windemente Spa. As limited slots are available, book now for Cupid's Arrow at just $173. An enzyme facial, manicure, and whirlpool pedicure. Or at just $152, there's the Hugs and Kisses package, a 30-minute stress relief massage, gel manicure, and whirlpool pedicure. Or at just $345, both of you come and experience a soulmate soiree. A couple's aromatherapy massage, manicure and whirlpool pedicure. Gift certificates are available. Or call Harbor Bay at 393-8788 or Caves Village at 327-6135 or 6. It's the exciting Valentine's Day special at Windermere Day Spa. Call
Bella Signature Restaurant and Suites, Soldier Road, just north of Prince Charles Drive, is a Bahamian family-owned business. Rooms are available 24 hours, so you can swing by at any time. And let me tell you about Bella Signature Restaurant. We got that real Bahamian breakfast. Boiled fish, stewed fish, and Johnny cake. Just like Grammy, still dancing in the kitchen. We're serving up that elevated Bella Signature flavor all day with lunch, dinner, and signature cocktail. So whether you're craving a morning plate, a late night taste, or you just want to get away, book it at Bella. Contact us at 356-3396 or visit our website, BellaSignatureSuites.net.
Myra Scents and Gifts, formerly Bed and Bath Concepts, is located at the Mall at Marathon. They've got gift baskets, gift sets, teddy bears, and women handbags. You will also find the best selection of perfumes, especially the now hard to find ones like Club de Nude for men and women, Red Door, Perry Ellis, White's Diamond, and an assortment of Arabian perfumes, just to name a few. It's Myra Scents and Gifts. Friendly atmosphere, affordable prices, satisfied customers. Come on in. We're open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on Saturdays. Telephone 393-5958. Myra Scents and Gifts.
Nassau Motor Company knows that finding the right part for your car is important. That's why you can count on us to give you a quality AC Delco part, like maintenance-free batteries for quicker starts and pressure-tested water pumps for years of smooth operation. AC Delco parts are made to strict GM specifications and fit most cars and trucks in the Bahamas. Nassau Motor Company, AC Delco, and you, a winning combination.
Hey, look at my old friend.
Hey, you ever checked out Balfour Consumer Meat Mart on Balfour Ave at Charles Vincent Street?
No. What's so special about it?
Man, everything is fresh. I got all meat you get at some of those other stores. They have 5 different meat packages for every budget, even a 7-day Adventist package.
No, man. You say Balfour Consumer Meat Mart.
Yeah, man. Plus, fresh produce, great prices, and even items you wouldn't find anywhere else.
Yeah, man. That sounded like my type of place. Sound like Balfour Consumer Meat Mart really doing their thing.
Listen, they are clean, organized, and not staffed. Super friendly. You can even WhatsApp your order to 544-1515 or call 326-4702. And they offer free shipping to the Family Islands.
Now that's what I'm talking about. I have to go check them out today.
Freshness, value, and service. All waiting for you at Balfour Consumer Meat Mart.
Bahamas Liquidation and Auction Center has launched an online auction website. Now you can browse, cast your bid, and win amazing items like some of these winners.
I just won this blender for $55 on BahamasLiquidation.com. I want this suitcase set for $100 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
And now it's your turn. Simply grab your laptop or smart device and log on to BahamasLiquidation.com. Once you reach the main webpage, click on the My Account option where you can go to register. After filling in the necessary information, hit register and you're good to go. Happy bidding! Please have your credit card on hand, as the winning bidder is responsible to pay for the winning items within 30 minutes of the auction closing. The winner must collect the items in store within 24 hours after the auction is closed. Please note that a 3.5% service charge will be added to your winning bid amount at checkout.
I want this HP laptop for $120 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
I want this magic bullet for only $35 at BahamasLiquidation.com.
Bahamas Liquidation Auction Center,
where you say hello to goodbye.
From Cable Beach to Montague, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. This is a great day to be in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas and Bahamas. I won't be in nobody else's country. I stay in here where the Lord put me. This land belongs to the Bahamian people, and we have to appreciate what God has blessed us with and not allow others to take our things. God didn't give them their thing. They break it up. Break it right up, and then will come and say they want to take our things. But the Lord say this for them.
The most beautiful place in the world is
the most beautiful place on the planet. And Bahamians, you have to look at, you people who got all this money sitting in the bank and they ain't doing nothing with it.
Enjoy yourself.
You need to look for persons, and they are in the community,
Mm-hmm.
who are helping and giving and sharing and serving with the little they have.
Mm-hmm.
And you got plenty of money just sitting right there in the bank. It ain't going nowhere. You can't spend it. And the thing is, you need to open your hand, Bahamians, because I can come after you for it, I can tell you that right now. I come and can ask you for that so we could do more on the ground to help people. I need your support for this radio show. I need your support for things I'm going to do outside the radio show. I done got my letters all lined up. My team is ready to work. So I come in to get you. I come in to knock on your door. My God, tell me, ask and you will receive. So I expect you to give me.
All right.
Okay. We have a caller?
Yes.
Caller, you're live on air. Go ahead, please.
Hi, Professor.
Hey, how are you?
I am good. I just want to say to the Bahamian people that what happened in Barbados is not a good thing, and it's not a bad thing. At least with the Motley
Mia
party,
Motley.
he's a bit more responsible. But I cannot say that for the government here or
Yes,
the
ma'am.
parties here.
Yes.
And so I would like to say to the Bahamian people, they need to go, if they have not registered, they need to go and register.
Yes, ma'am.
If when the election is called, they need to go and vote. They don't have to vote PLP, they don't have to vote FNM, but look at the other candidates and see what they're offering, because we cannot afford a landslide here, especially for this lot.
Yes.
Because if we do that, we give them carte blanche to do whatever they want to do. And I think if they're given a second term with a landslide, they're going to be worse than they were this term. And so I admonish people to go out and vote, because if you look in the papers every day, there are no less than 13 foreigners, no less than 13 that they are naturalizing. The numbers are growing. And so I have a distinct feeling that this administration is going to rely on the foreign vote to win this general election. This is no time for joking Bahamians. Get up, get out, and vote. Thank you.
Thank you, caller. And let me just say,
Wake up
if
call.
the government of the Bahamas is naturalizing citizens, that is contrary to constitutional law. Because the Constitution does not support no naturalization of strangers, foreigners, aliens, and outsiders to be made citizens. Let me make that very clear. You tell them to show you in the Constitution where it is. Because it's not there, Bahamians. They have been misleading and deceiving you. I want to use another way, but I got to stop. They were misleading and deceiving you over these many years from the time we became an independent nation. Talking about naturalization, give me a break, man. That is an affront to the Constitution of the Commonwealth of Bahamas. And you could defy the government of the Bahamas on that point because they're dead wrong. Article 2 of your Constitution says that. And the point is we cannot allow an administration, the one like we got now, and the one before them, who did this crap on the Bahamian people and still doing it and bringing strangers into this country and talk about making them citizens. Give me a break, paper Bahamians.
I have a quick question for you, Professor.
Yeah, go ahead.
When the government wants to file an injunction against something they see that they don't like a teacher strike.
Yes.
They go to court and they ask the court, could you act on that right there?
That right there.
And they get it right away.
Yeah, they do.
Professor, aren't you a part of a group
asking
the government to take action against the Nationality
the
Act?
court.
Asking the court.
Yes.
The judicial system.
Yes.
Are you getting a response on that matter?
We haven't gotten a response yet.
Well, we can move past that. Because I'm just trying to say that.
No, but
it's something wrong with that picture.
It's
something wrong with that picture.
Something's wrong with
I
that picture.
I don't think this election is going to be no landslide. I just want to say to the lady, I understand the concern, but I don't think it's going to have a landslide. I think I'm not against the PLP, I'm not against the FNM, I'm not against the Coalition of Independence, but for a guy who live on the streets and talking to people on a regular basis, this is not going to be a landslide. We talk about 192 people have gotten registered to vote. To you, Mom, this is the highest the voter registry has been. It's because of the same issues you talked about, the immigration policy.
Yes.
Everywhere I go in the country, people saying about, they hearing about this rumor about naturalizing legal immigrants because of the election.
Right.
So a lot of raw-born Bahamians who have not voted in 20 years or so have said to themselves, they're going to get themselves registered. I think we're going to see at least close to 250, 260 or 270,000 people register to vote in this January election just because of the other issues.
All of those persons the government of Bahamas has naturalized, they're not Bahamian. That's right off the top. Now, we got to work on that because these fellas seem to be bent on craziness and foolishness in misleading and deceiving the Bahamian public. We have a call on the line?
Yes.
Call you live on air. Go ahead, please. Caller, come
Hello?
quickly now. Let's go.
All right, good evening, Professor Thompson. Good evening, guests.
Yes,
Okay. Good day.
All right, first things first, Professor Thompson. This is the fourth time I called the show. I sent you an email. We haven't connected us yet. I'm trying to connect with you, sir. So I'll connect with your producer once we get off the line once more to try to see if we can how we can work together.
Okay.
The point you gentlemen are bringing up this evening is quite important. I agree, but there's one thing I want you guys to be careful of. There's two sides of the process. One, what that Professor Thompson is the champion of, which is knowing the constitutional side of it, but there is also an equally important side of knowing your perspective as a voter.
Okay, I accept that. Yes.
So there has to be a part in it where you say, this is what I want to get out of the process. And it isn't right. It was made light a little while ago about, the people who are affiliated with one party or the other.
No.
I think actually we're moving in a direction that we should go, where there isn't truly loyalty to party, but loyalty to country, where you have individuals who are open enough to question and to put forward and say, you know what, I'm not just going blindly with the masses, but here is what is interesting to me. And the interesting thing that's to me, while immigration, for example, immigration might be important to you, but, taxes might be something different for me.
Okay.
But to make sure, encourage persons to make that they get out, engage with their representative, not wait for their representative to come to them, but engage them, because this is how the representatives get to understand their perspectives. We've somehow been conditioned to believe that these people know exactly what we feel or should know what we feel when they haven't come where we've come from, where most of the voting populace is from, and don't deal with the challenges that most of the voting populace deals with. So I implore you guys to ensure that aspect of it is also pushed as well, outside of just knowing the Constitution, but actually having persons engaged to say, hey, outside of party, make sure that your position is known.
Okay, caller, don't go nowhere. Mr. Blue, so get his name and number again. I do apologize, sir, if I didn't get back to you. Okay, because there have been so many things going on. But Mr. Producer, please get that gentleman's name and number. I'm going to make sure I call him today.
While you getting that, Professor, we were talking about something before, while we were off the air. I want to talk Brother Brown business.
Brother Brown,
I want to talk Brother Brown business.
Go ahead. What is business out
Because
there?
what I'm saying is, Brother Brown, you successfully basically organized a community center, a whole community center for your community.
Yes, sir.
Now, you and basically you have a team around you, but you're the visionary for that.
Yes, sir.
So when I sit here and I hear you saying, you hear whispering around this table, so Professor, I'm not getting no money out of that for me. I say, what? I said, Brown here saying he ain't getting no money out of it. He set up a board.
Yes.
The brother come out of the gang community trying to get up and make some money, but have a heart for his community.
Yes.
So much so, if I could get investment in the community, I'll be just all right. I don't need the money for me. And you set up a board so the money don't come to your hands.
Right. It goes to the board.
And you let your donors know. Here, that's the team. You talk with them. That's the treasurer. You deal with them or whatnot. So you have significant families in the Bahamas that have contributed and continue to contribute.
Yes, sir.
So write a book on how to not get piece of the pie and let your people live around you.
I think you could do that.
You don't have politicians like you.
Yes,
we don't, and we need them
because I'm something like Mr. Thompson. I see what happened with the kids.
Right.
I see what happened to the old people in our community.
Right.
I come from that.
Understood.
So it's impossible for me to get investors to come invest in the community.
Right.
And I'm going to benefit from that, and
Right.
they're not going to benefit. I want it to be for them.
So you are a demonstration of what we were talking about in the last segment.
Yes.
Clean business attracts investment.
And we have
honesty.
We have get investors over $1.7 million with
Okay.
3 community centers to Lewis Street area. a
You hear
culinary
that?
kitchen.
You hear that, Professor?
A brand new kitchen. And we talking people, we talking with the Moscows, we talking about the Greeks,
Excellent.
the Malis,
Excellent.
the Simonettes,
Yes.
the Dorset family,
Okay.
Ken Dorset, Mr. Dorset from East Street Gospel Chapel
Okay.
Church,
Yes.
Sheila Pritchett, and many more. The Bacardi family.
Okay.
I went out there as a young man, wanted to make a difference in my community.
Yes, yes.
And I knew that I was a black young man coming from a rough
The street
past.
background.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I knew that I want to be held with credibility, honesty,
then.
integrity. Because when I was introduced to these people from Mr. Alexander Mills, who I met, who's the president of Run Free Home, this is where I get my big start from. That's
Okay.
why I say God
changes
lives if you believe in God. That's
Okay,
how my
then.
life changed from selling drugs
Yes.
and being a gangster on the road.
Yes.
Now I became a community leader and a
Yes.
community developer.
Okay.
And I'm helping now. I'm just talking.
Yes. Yes.
And meeting Ms. Alexander Mills, and she told me, say, I'm going to introduce you to some people.
Okay,
I
then.
don't want you to embarrass me or to show any type of malice. So I had to conduct myself like a professional.
Okay. then.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that these people, they feel safe around
Yes.
me. All these people love me.
Yes,
And now
yes,
we're making
excellent.
big strides in the community. The thing about it is, right, I don't deal with nothing directly, because I
Excellent.
wanted it to be transparent where
Yes.
these people,
Right.
see, we have a lot of people who donate to the communities,
Yes.
but the money never reaches.
Never
You know
Okay,
why?
then. See that?
Because the middleman steals it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then. All right.
You understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
I believe you have a call
That's as
on
straight
the
as you
line.
could cut it.
No,
Yeah.
but that's good. We appreciate that, Brother Brown.
Yeah.
Caller, you live on air. Go ahead, please.
Yes. Good afternoon to each of you in the studio.
Yes.
Alan Johnson.
Good day.
Yeah,
Mr.
good day,
Johnson,
Brother
yes,
Johnson.
boss.
Yeah. Just a couple of points I want to touch on, maybe four. But Professor, just want to let you know that the owners of the station, operators of the station, has known me, and I've appeared on this station numerous times over the last 5 or more years, maybe even longer, than 9 years actually.
Okay.
And they know that I don't say anything that would bring slander, defamation, or bring any risk to the station. I trust information I have, but I verify, just for the point that sometimes, I may say things or whatever that you may not be known to you.
Yeah, but caller, let me make a point. I understand where you're coming from, but some situations are very, very serious. Okay, and sometimes it's very difficult for the host to entertain some things that are that can have such an impact, and a lot of misunderstanding come out of it. I am not aware, like I told this caller yesterday, he's quoting all these different things. I had to stop him because I haven't, see, it would be good if, and let me, since you're on the air, I'm going to say this right now. Those who have information like that, please get to me beforehand. Let me see the documentation, what you're talking about. I can examine it. I can look at it. I can see whether I will allow it to go on the air, yes or no, because that's my decision. And then once it is agreed upon, I can say, okay, fine, you could bring it forth. But a lot of people bring some things to the airwaves that can cause serious repercussions for myself as well as for the radio station. And I have to protect the interests of the station.
No, I'm just talking more specifically for me. I could tell you.
No, but I just wanted to go out to the public. You see, I can't just have it just for a particular personality. You understand the kind of position I'm in.
No, I understand. I even understand the person. I know the person who called yesterday. But even for me, where one time I called you and you didn't understand the word I used, and that ended our conversation because you didn't understand the definition. But that's neither here or there. I just want to let you know that I am well aware. I've been on talk radio for 20 years. And not a single time have I ever been sued, challenged, called out, or anything of that sort. But let me just say, for full disclosure, I do support Mr. Michael Pintard and the FNM.
Yes, sir.
In the same capacity that I've supported Dr. Minnis, Terry Gladstone Christie, and Hubert Alexander Ingram at the particular time or that dispensation that I thought they were the best choices for the government. So no one can claim me to be my choices are based because of my political ideology. No one can challenge him. No one can intelligently challenge me on that or say that I have been paid or made promise or anyone else. Anyone can tell you I advocately supported each of those political leaders and parties I mean, none of them could ever show where I've been rewarded with a job, a cup of coffee, or anything else. It's based on a belief system.
So you support the two parties, the FNM and the PLP?
No, I support leadership.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Slow down.
They may be in the vehicle. Let me just explain.
Yeah, explain that. You support
I
leadership?
support leadership. See, the problem is we're describing vehicles. FNM has never run this country. The PLP has never run.
Slow down, man. But they keep telling us the party that the FNM said, the PLP said. So what are you saying?
Because that's where it is. Because we have been indoctrinated.
By who?
By our processes. This is where it became a cultural endemic to the Bahamas.
See, Alan Johnson. It has been the very same people who have been elected to run this place.
But why are you saying people? No, stop. But you're saying people now. Decide whether it's people or.
Go ahead.
Brother Johnson, because we never really eligible and really, I believe, one of the best. When you say the FNM has never run the country, Brother Johnson, just, looking at it, in a simple way, the country, we believe that we voted for Dr. Hubert Minnis in the last,
But again, you're saying Dr. Hubert Minnis, you didn't vote for the FNM. See, let me just see.
But he's the leader. He's the leader of the party.
But see, that's what. There you go. See, we can't keep going back and forth in this, right? I'm simply saying this: the Free National Movement, the Coalition of Independence, the PLP are vehicles, right? To which we examine policies.
Right.
But at each dispensation of governance, they were led by persons, leaders. And Professor Thompson, you always talk about the tentacles of the Prime Minister, not the tentacles of the party.
Okay, I accept that. No, I accept that. You're correct. You're correct.
So it's the reputation, history, and perception that one develops that this individual will create a team or an environment that provides us the best governance based on the choices that we have at that time. We cannot elect no one who doesn't offer themselves, as leaders or anything of that sort. We can't.
They have to come forward.
Okay. So when the choice is on the table, you choose from the choices. If I go to the store for these things, right, and it's not there, and I decide to choose what I want, I have to take a substitute, then I look for the best of those substitutes. Now, the problem we have in our country is that we surrender power on the day after election, when the power of the people is and shall always be greater than the people in power. So the fact that we've never been taught civics or political responsibility, and we allow the noise in the marketplace to strip us of believing that we don't have power and the responsibility to come to us. Now, that's the part that we have to develop. Right?
I agree.
And I'm hopefully believe, and I think I've observed that we've become more responsive, but the problem is it has only been reactive. And that's the problem we've had.
Yeah.
So I just want to just go back to touch on a couple of things because it's important. First of all, understand, I'm not defending Mr. Fox. I'm defending the narrative, right? Prime Minister Davis made a claim. And Mr. Fox, in a counter argument, made a claim that essentially, for lack of a better word, it's untrue or lie. Mr. Davis, and if you listen to his thing, he talked about speaking to Mr. Fox, and Mr. Fox did not make it a secret that he was engaged with both political parties. But at the end of the claim that Mr. Davis made, you know what he said? He didn't make an application to us, but he made an application to the Free National Movement. So then how could you be seeking something that you didn't apply for? You had a discussion in regards to that, just like the claim.
See, Alan Johnson, let me ask you this question. How long has this man been a member of the FNM?
I don't know. None of us do.
Wait a minute now. Come on. He has nomination, man.
I'm saying to you, he said, at the time when we take what he said 2 months ago, or whatever, he said, I'm not a member of any party. Now, what happens is the FNM requires that you be a member to make application. The question we have to ask him now is, when did he join?
Let's ask the leader of the
that's
FNM
fair.
to do that.
That's fair. But while
No, but we can ask him that.
No, we can-
I'm not
we can
against
ask
that.
him.
I'm saying, but neither of us do that. So I'm
No, we
simply
haven't.
saying-
Okay.
No,
Okay,
that's
I'm just
fair.
simply put that in context. I
No,
want to go,
that's fair.
and Scrooge, you made some important points, but it scares me. When you begin to put financial enumeration or whatever it is into governance, it's a scary thing for me, right? Because when you start talking about this concept of integrity and anti-corruption and freedom of information and these type of things, when you start saying it's okay for someone to enrich themselves because of the title we bestowed upon them, it disturbs me. Because see, this comes again to our not understanding the responsibilities of members of parliament. We see them as paving roads and fixing parks and doing these things. Understand this. We're spending $3.8 billion a year for teams of people whose responsibility that is. If they are doing their job, the MP would have no road to pave, no park to pave, and to do whatever. So we have to now shift our responsibility to this thing we asked for called accountability in the monies that is spent on our behalf. This is not free money, though. Government doesn't make money magically appear. No. They take 24.2% collectively out of every dollar each of us make. And so we must if I was to start taking 25% of your paycheck, think about it. Would you not want to know what the hell I'm doing with it?
Most definitely.
But see, we must then ask government for this transparency, accountability on a daily or weekly or monthly basis. Yes. And that's where civic responsibility.
Okay, Brother Hallam.
Yes.
Would you say, I understand why you said that you support a particular leader versus party. It's two different things. But, when you spoke of your support for Mr. Pintard, if he is the leader for government business in the last administration, wasn't he a leader that also would not give us the freedom of information?
No, see, again, when we must speak and understand what governance. Professor can tell you this. Cabinet operates on collective responsibility. And when we operate on majority.
So if collectively you are obscuring
let me
from the public.
I'm saying that.
I'll see, Alan, I have to put you on hold if you don't
Please
mind.
call back or hold.
No, we can
I can hold, but I'm simply saying this, right?
No, but
let him get a last point. Let him get a last point. Go ahead, see, Alan.
Right?
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'll listen.
You go ahead and make a last point. We'll go to break and come back.
But we are
because a couple of see, we're about, Professor, you said we're about education and forming people, right?
Yes.
And I want to get to the point of what governance is, because the problem is we get a lot of rhetoric about, we miss the point that governance is about legislation, policies,
But see, Alan, I got to put you on hold, man.
Okay.
I'm not saying I'm cutting you off. Let's put on hold because my producer is going to get very upset with me. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walterton. We have Sir Alan Johnson on the line. We ask him to hold on. Now, that's an exception to him. I told you 2 minutes. But, this is how these things go. This is Professor Sidney McGarter Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. We'll be back after the break.
Express Yourself Live will return right after this.
Wake up every weekday on 99.5 FM.
This is Steve Harvey, your main man.
With a Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Steve, this is Deandra. It's planting. Thank you.
So it's planting.
Yeah, like planting. I said initially.
Thank you. You're planting something in the backyard. Yeah, planting.
No,
that's it.
Planting is what you're talking about. You're talking about planting.
You're just saying planting. What is it? We planting something in the garden tomorrow.
That's planting with a G at the end.
You know how many farmers have been up my granddad and said, "Hey man, what you planting this year?" Yeah.
Weekday morning from 6 to 10.
Let's go.
Over here on
99.5 FM.
Do you have video games and consoles for sale? What about lawn and garden tools, silver or gold? At Cash Whiz, they'll give you top dollar for them right now. Absolutely nobody puts money in your pockets quicker. So why be broke? If you need money right now, check out Cash Whiz downtown Bay Street and get cash on the spot. You can also save 70% on in-store purchases, tools, electronics, watches, and jewelry. All at unbelievable prices. Cash Whiz, telephone 322-2456. Get money in your pocket now.
Stay current, stay compliant with NIB. For a limited time only, registered employers and self-employed persons can receive up to 75% off accumulated interest on their contribution arrears through NIB's Interest Arrears Waiver Program, available now until March 31st, 2026. If your business is behind, visit your nearest NIB office or contact your inspector today. NIB, supporting businesses, securing the fund. Act now, comply today, grow tomorrow.
Bahamian feel-good food in the right atmosphere. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, whichever you choose. It's the Cricket Club Restaurant at Haynes Point, West Bay Street. The food is off the chain. Bahamian breakfast. We talking stew cow, stew fish, and sheeptown sauce. And for lunch, crab soup, okra soup, and pea soup and dumpling. Man! And for dinner, they got mahi seafood platter or steak and shrimp. Only $28.95 per person. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner at the Cricket Club Restaurant. Call 326-4720 for reservations. Oh, and don't forget, karaoke on Thursdays. And there's a live band, The Magic Touch, every Friday night. See you.
Insurance is too expensive. I'm young and I don't need it. All insurances are the same. Let's bust these 3 common insurance myths. First, no, insurance doesn't have to break the bank. We offer plans that fit your budget. Second, accidents don't care how old you are. An accident can happen to anyone. Third, all policies are not equal. The wrong one can leave you high and dry when you need help the most. At Harvest Insurance, we give you real info, real options, and real peace of mind. Call us at 326-80845 or visit us at harvestinsurancebrokers.com and get the facts before you make a decision.
Whether you're shopping for Mother's Day, Father's Day, back to school, or any occasion for that matter, you are sure to find exactly what you're looking for at the Brass and Leather Shops. Great products like handbags, wallets, backpacks, luggage, belts, shoes, and more are awaiting you. Brand names at the best quality and reasonable prices. Land, Rioni, Kipling, Guest, Travel Light, Herschel, and more. Shop any of our locations. Downtown Charlotte Street, Mall at Marathon, and also at the Luggage Store at Palmdale. Be sure to shop Brass and Leather Shops. You'll be glad you did.
Steve Harvey here from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Everybody knows that I love to chill out with great music. There's only one place you can get this tonight at 7 p.m.
As soon as you clock off from work, make sure you lock right into me. I'm Buddy Gray from The Quiet Storm, inviting you to come on over. I've got all of that R&B ear candy that you love. Plus, we'll engage in conversations inside a confession of love and so much more. And you never know who's going to drop by. It's The Quiet Storm, all getting underway tonight, 7 o'clock, right here on Global 99.5. I'm Buddy Gray from The Quiet Storm.
From East Street to Blue Hill Road, it's your chance to join the discussion of today's issue. Let your voice be heard. Speak your mind and express yourself. Call in and participate at 326-0271 or 326-0272. WhatsApp us your concerns on 809-2310. Follow us live on Facebook and globalradio99.5fm.com. Express yourself.
This is Professor Sidney Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. My producer told me I got a couple more minutes. I thought I was just starting, but that's how time flies. C. Alan Johnson, you still there?
Let me be quick before let me
have a limited time, Brother Johnson.
No, I understand. That's what I'm saying to you. So just first let me speak to the thing, because see, Global 99 isn't a radio station to me. It's home. Okay? So many of the things, and I'm just talking to your administrator, to the radio station owners now. Many of the things that we've talked about in the years I've showed on the show has now come to fruition. And so I will be looking to sponsor and appear on the shows in the coming weeks as we launch, my wife and I launch our platform, which is a financing platform, which is one of the main things I wanted to touch about banking here, is the finance platform. I'm in a position right now that the only 2 people in the Bahamas I cannot finance is under 18 and the dead, because neither of them can sign a contract, a legally binding contract. And so we're going to have conversations concerning the new Bahamas that is coming forth. And for clarity, as I close up, No one knows Mr. Davis better than me. No one in the PLP. I talk about not for they supported other people. I walked with Mr. Davis or stood with Mr. Davis from 2007 to 2022.
Okay.
I'm talking to his from then to now. Okay. So I know this is not me talking in abstract to where I am today and my choice that is necessary for the dispensation there is. So if you walk with me, you can't tell me you didn't know or should know. But let me come back to and just wrapping up. So when you talk about the bank, and you're correct, you guys are there talking about there's $3.5 billion of unused money sitting in our banks, $4 billion in the bush that we call dead money, and about another $5 to $8 billion in unused equity sitting in homes and in businesses, real estate. So the problem is we don't have conversation in context of what we expect from governance, which is legislation, policies, program, procedures, process, and protocols that gives us access. And so when you talk about Ms. Motley, when she came in with 175 debt to GDP, which is now below 100 in the terms that she's been there, and the fact that she's created matrices so you could gauge and follow the promises she made and how it's progressing along the way. That is something we don't do. What we do is we operate in the shadows and stealth and being not transparent and not answering questions.
Okay, could you pause right? Could you pause right there for a moment? See, Alan, I want you to repeat that part. You said we operate in the shadows, more or less in the secrecy and lacking transparency.
Without accountability.
So would you say that that has happened across both sides of the major political divide?
It has, but it goes to this is what I'm saying. Remember you guys spoke about character?
Yes.
See, the problem is this. There's something we call reputation and something we call character.
Yes.
And so the problem is we often misjudge character. Do you know no one can know your character except for you? Character is who you see in the mirror. Reputation is what you establish in the public. And so what happens though, generally speaking, if you pay attention, you could almost see when a person, a character is exposed. And let me tell you, you know how people say power corrupts? And absolute power corrupts absolutely. Never ever been proven. Never ever. That statement is pure garbage. Let me tell you what power is. Power corrupts. They say it absolutely corrupt. Doesn't exist. What power does, it reveals the person they pretended not to be.
Yes.
Okay?
That's true.
So I'm saying to you, but what happens is that you have to look to see how leadership responds to the needs of the people around them and begin to suppose that given the opportunity with more control, that will continue.
Okay, so let's put one on the table. See, Alan.
Make it quick.
The people need an opposition leader that would effectively exercise his use of the Constitution. And I don't know if nobody know more about the Public Accounts Committee than you. So we have a leader of the opposition that has subpoena power. The Supreme Court of the Bahamas.
No, it's not. No, see again.
So, let me ask you a question.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell what we need as a people. Just quickly, I don't want to take too long.
Go ahead.
See, because I heard all these arguments about the opposition could go do this and that. You saw where the PSS was subpoenaed to them and nothing happened. What we need, right, as citizens, we must demand that laws is created to give the PSA and the opposition the powers we keep imagining that he has. He does not. And so this the problem is, when in government, they don't give us the law, and then they complain about the law not being there when they get in opposition. So, but we the people, not them, have to argue, just in case I lose, I want these laws. We must be educated and demand, and we can look at other places that have the power of those laws in place. We have no law.
Understood. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up right there. See, Alan, let me just say, I understand the course of discussion that you're taking, right? You're saying powers that we imagine that they have. That's what you said.
Yes. See,
the public. Hold on, see, Alan. Okay. The Public Accounts Committee has a chairman, which is the leader of the opposition, Mr. Michael Pintard. He has subpoena power, not imagined, right?
Yes.
The subpoena was delivered to the permanent secretary.
Yes.
Do you know the report that Mr. Pintard declared in the People's Parliament, only one obstacle he stated. He said Attorney General Ryan Pinder blocked the subpoena. That's not, hold on, C. Allen. That's not imaginary. We have
imaginary.
Hold on a second. C. Allen, one moment. Let me finish. C. Allen, let me, hold on, hear the point first, C. Allen.
Go ahead.
We have deified the Attorney General Ryan Pinder. It's not imagined power. We have decided to obey the words of Ryan Pinder rather than the Constitution and the law. That's all it is.
You know, Professor Thompson, right?
Yes, sir.
One of the things we need to educate people on, I hear people run on with this Constitution. It's kind of like how
wait a minute now. What do you want to run on with this Constitution?
Let me make the full context of my conversation.
What are you talking about?
Can I, if you actually let me finish, then you could speak to the context of my response. Listen, I'm saying to you, right? We talk and we run on about the power, but the Constitution power must be translated into laws. Okay? The Constitution acts as a protection, right?
But Alan, the Constitution is the supreme law. Do you understand that?
I do.
No, we can wrap up.
I'm saying to you.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah. I'm calming, C. Allen. I'm making sure we hear all of your points as we wrap up. And I'm calming the professor right here. See, he is good. He is good.
No, I'm simply saying this.
Are you
let me finish.
C. Allen, are you saying that the leader of the opposition does not have subpoena
Let me
power?
ask you a question. We talk about the Constitution and the laws.
C. Allen, you're not answering any question.
I'm answering you, please, man. So you want me to answer like you. I want to answer to educate people. If I can't educate people, I could go and I'm saying dialogue. I'm saying to you, what power did the opposition leader have to arrest them or compel them to show up when he said no? That's the laws I'm saying we must create. Okay? It's illusionary benefits. This is the weakness of some of the laws. This is why Professor talks about this law about the citizenship. We have not taught the fullness. That's why I've always supported the professor. To understand the Constitution, when you understand the Constitution, you then can see the defects in the laws.
Okay, I accept that.
Okay?
I accept that.
But I'm saying to you, the laws is what transfers the power as long as it doesn't contradict the Constitution.
Fair enough.
No, we accept that. I was just trying.
See, we've been screaming for these things we want, but we haven't talked to the people that say we understand the effect of the law. Professor was making this point. We understand the effect of the laws, and these are the changes we want. Keep complaining. And this is my final statement. My father told me a story that an old man used to sit on the porch with his dog. And as he used to walk past the house, the dog should be hollering, how, how, how. So he said, one day, he asked the old man, why is that dog always hollering every day? The old man said, he's sitting on the nail. And so my father said, oh my God, why don't you get him off the nail? You know what the old man said to him? When he gets tired of the pain, he gets up his damn self.
Okay, thank you very much for your contribution.
All right.
Brother Alan, go ahead.
C. Allen, well, I know, Professor, I know you have C. Allen's number. I don't have his phone contact, right?
I think I do.
I thought.
Yeah, I do have his number.
Professor, is this fair? I thought it was, and we can move on to another point after this.
Right.
But I thought it was fair enough to say if Mr. Pintard could present a subpoena to a permanent secretary, who is the backing? Isn't that subpoena coming from our judicial system?
Yes, it does.
So if you obey the Attorney General, isn't it now a balance between either you're going to obey a man or the court?
Can the country, the question needs to be asked, can the country run without the opposition leader? That's the question need to be asked. Since he has no power.
If there's no power, why is he
can Parliament run without
he call it illusionary.
And what, the money he's being paid is not illusionary.
No, he get real money.
He gets real. Bodyguard, he gets a chauffeur, he gets close to 80, how much? $80,000 a year?
And just to be fair.
And chauffeur, and a police escort.
Now, just to be fair, you know we're not talking about the man, we're talking about the position.
The position.
Anybody who sits in that position.
So I just said.
Yeah.
We have a call on the line? Yes. Caller, you live on air. Go ahead quickly, please.
Yes, sir. Mr. Professor C. Sidney McArthur, Walter Thompson, and Mr. Scrooge Brown, Dory Boy, and Dr. Hyla, Berenice Johnson, the original Hastings of Market Street North. I only can make it quick. That young man who was on just now, I told him I run circles around him because of the esoteric. Okay, and it's about dignity of humanity and each and every household, and that will happen under the Progressive Liberal Party and all the 5 prime ministers. You say I must call you back when the money is real. I don't speak illusions, nary nonsense. We have the documents. God bless one and all in the Bahamas.
Blessings.
That's the shortest Berenice has been on. Sure.
Not against Mr. Johnson, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to stand here and listen to that. I've been around long enough. I've been with prime ministers. I've been with opposition leaders, and I heard the power of the opposition leader. If the opposition leader makes a point about freedom of information, I'm not going to stop Parliament. Every time I get to Parliament and it's time for me to speak, I'm going to speak on that matter.
But I was surprised for you. Ryan Penn, the Attorney General, and he was asked the question, why? Why? His response was, well, House Rule number 17 was not followed. And I said, we've been getting it wrong all along. I went and I read House Rule number 17.
And what it states?
It says, any member who seeks to raise a question must address the Speaker of the House, either verbally or in writing.
What I said,
that's the rule.
I just said that he have to speak up on the matter.
Yeah.
Like I say, he's the opposition, and you just put it in context.
Just in context. So either he did not put it in writing, or he did not verbalize it to the satisfaction.
He was not really interested in the important nature of the matter because, like I said, I believe
you follow it up, right?
I believe that all together, all of them are married to one another, and there's a thing that they want to let the business arrangement, how much money is being made by each politician. Let's say I'm going to end on this.
Yeah.
There's no one goes in politics that don't goes there to make money. I don't care what no one
But
says.
then we don't need them kind of people running no place.
But that's what it is. You ever see a poor man? A poor man went in and came out rich, right? And that's in the last 10 years. Look at who went in there with little or nothing. That's not to take side with no party because we want people to go out there and create a lifestyle. But we're seeing people who go in there poor and come out rich, going in skinny and going to fun. That's the benefit. I'm not saying no one goes into politics unless they goes there to make money. I don't care how you put it. Nobody.
I invited one who was high up in the government, made all kind of benefits. The particular personality told me, I just ain't gonna call the name of the person, that Professor, I hear you every day on the radio.
Yes, sir.
This particular person has benefited so heavily from the taxpayers of this country. When we're in this crisis we're in now, that particular personality didn't lift a single finger to help the country.
You know why?
When he was alive and could have done something about it.
Because you get blinded by greed.
He took that to his grave.
Because you get blinded by greed. Why go to your grave and God and bless you
all
with
that,
100 million?
All
Give 80, 90 million back, man.
You're my mind still aim past this one matter right here.
Go ahead, sir.
Any action of the court, if it is not obeyed, doesn't the court hold you in contempt?
Yes, they do.
Yes. If I don't go to court, and I'm supposed to be the court 10 o'clock.
That's an arrest order sent out.
I got to spend $50 for a bench warrant.
Okay, then.
Or to decide to send me in jail for a day or 2 or 3 days.
So if a subpoena is not obeyed, then an arrest order can be sent out.
Yes. If you're the legal opposition and as you claim, if you're
under the Constitution, this is the meaning of separation of powers.
Right.
That is separation
If
of powers.
the executive is your chief executive, is the prime minister, and the judicial or the judiciary, that's a separate department.
Can I say something?
That's the separation of powers.
I see a lot of heads of agreement. Does the opposition leader sometimes sign with the prime minister? A lot of these agreements sign. Do he go and sign with the prime minister when he do these certain deals?
That's an excellent question.
I'm just saying, since he has no power. I know, I heard it.
Right.
I've seen him sign, with the prime minister on many heads of agreement on certain things. The prime minister cannot sign on certain things in the country unless the opposition leader is present.
That's straightforward.
I'm lying.
That's straightforward.
I'm from the streets.
That's all that's needed.
Okay.
That's all that's
I
needed.
like Mr. Constitution, Mr.
No.
Thompson,
No, you're
52 years.
Yeah.
No.
I look at you have a heart attack in your most.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. Yeah. We were worried. We were worried, Professor.
Well, I thank you for your interest. Thank you very much.
Mr. Thompson, don't run around like that, Mr. Thompson. You get us scared, man.
Well, I didn't mean to offend anybody.
No,
But
I
some
understand.
things,
Passion, sir. That's your heart.
it just
You
gets
know,
to you.
You see the suffering out there. You see the suffering out there.
Tremendous suffering.
Yeah, suffering
So,
out there.
Professor, what if one of our parties get all of the seats, like Ms. Motley and all of us?
We can't let it happen
Jesus
here.
Lord be in trouble.
We'd
You
be
gotta
in
go
big
more.
trouble.
You
The
gotta
man
go more.
had 5 years.
Ah.
He does not have an automatic right to get another 5. I got to stop now because the man tell me I need to stop. This is Professor Sit for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. Friday is open line Friday. Open line Friday tomorrow, but you should be here tomorrow as well.
I'll be here tomorrow.
See, Alan can call back if he wants to.
Subpoena to work.
Yeah, to
in
work,
the Bahamas.
Because we have the law. We have the judiciary. He has a lot of power. This is Professor Sidney McCarter, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. Thank you for participating. We had a good show today. Tomorrow, I expect it to be quite hot in here tomorrow. This is Professor Sidney McCarter, Walter Thompson on the Global Radio Network 99.5 FM. Thank you very much. Please pray for the country. Have a pleasant afternoon.
Global 99.5 FM reminds our listeners that the views and opinions expressed on this show are those of the host and guests and not necessarily the opinions of the owners of Global Communications Network and the operators of